President Kiir calls for constructive discussions toward addressing challenges facing the country. SSPDF spokesperson clarifies social media allegations, describing it as baseless. Police expressed their crime investigation capabilities following graduation of 1,600 officers. Hello dear viewers of SSBC, welcome to this evening edition coming to you live from the capital Juba with me Bakita Kundigabim and the news in detail. In a historical milestone aimed at cementing national unity and achieving sustainable peace, President Salva Kiir Mayardit officially opened the 8th Governors Annual Forum at the Freedom Hall in Juba on Tuesday. The forum, held under the theme Forging Sustainable Peace, Committed Action in the Extended RRC's Transition, brings together governors from the country's 10 states as well as chief administrators from the 3 administrative areas. Our State House correspondent Alejandro Lotok reports.
Fostering national unity and progress, President Kiir has opened the 8th Governors Forum with a strong call for sustainable peace across the country, addressing the Assembly of Governors from the 10 states, chief administrators from the 3 administrative areas, and representatives from international organizations and the diplomatic mission. The President emphasized the need for collective action and meaningful dialogue to address the nation's challenges.
This platform represents the collective will and determination to engage in meaningful dialogue and deliberate on challenges facing our nation. As you can see from this year's theme, we have a shared dedication to achieve sustainable peace.
Highlighting his recent decision to restructure the government delegation to the Tumaini initiative, the President stated that the move was aimed at accelerating and concluding peace negotiations. He expressed confidence that these efforts would expedite the path towards a more peaceful and united nation.
My recent decision to restructure the government delegation to Tumaini initiative peace process that is taking place in Nairobi, Kenya, is informed by the need to speed up and conclude the negotiation process.
The President also addressed the pressing issue of economic development, urging the governors and chief administrators to focus on building state economies and creating job opportunities for the young people. He encouraged innovative approaches to attract investment, stimulate growth, and support entrepreneurship in local communities.
Economic recovery is crucial for our nation's future. You need to work on building state economies and create jobs for the youth. I encourage all of you to explore innovative ways to attract investment to support economic growth in your state. I call on all of you to prioritize agricultural initiatives, encourage partnerships between local farmers and investors. Let us collectively aim to achieve some level of food security.
As the forum continues, all eyes are on the outcomes of these fundamental discussions, with hopes that they will bring practical solutions to the challenges faced by the country and foster a brighter and a more peaceful future for the citizens. Organizers say the annual governance forum is a vital gathering for leaders that seeks to ensure that dialogue, cooperation and prudent governance are promoted at all times. Alejandro Lotok, SSBC News, Juba.
Thank you, Alejandro Letok. And now moving on, still at the Freedom Hall, First Vice President Dr. Riek Machar also addressed the Governors Forum that aims at facilitating dialogue between government and international partners for increased partnership and collaboration in the delivery of services in the country. More in the following report by John Tabanwani.
President Salva Kiir Mayardit has formally inaugurated the 8th Governors Forum in Juba. The program is expected to run through 2nd December. In his opening remarks, the first Vice President, Dr. Riek Machar says the forum is a platform for interaction between the presidency, governors, and national ministers.
In this 8th forum, we will not have many remarks. Since the forum actually is a forum of interaction between the president and the governors and the national ministers.
The Minister of Presidential Affairs, Shol Maut Ajongo, says the forum is to discuss the flood mitigation mechanism and the current national economic crisis.
To review the progress in the implementation of RX's roadmap in the states and to recommit to support extensions of transitional government 2026. 3. To understand mixed challenges affecting states. This includes security challenges, especially intercommunal conflicts and floods, which have displaced huge numbers of the population. Shared experience, insights on how other states manage to mitigate these challenges, to discuss and share views on the current economic challenges facing countries.
Agostino Jadalawani, Governor of Central Equatoria State, described the forum as a unique platform for addressing issues confronting the states and 3 administrative areas for continuing the search for lasting peace and national economic prosperity.
This 8th Governance Forum is relevant to our current situation and comes at the most appropriate time when our citizens demand commitment from us leaders to confer confidence for sustainable and lasting peace in anticipation of democratic election come 2026.
The governors and chief administrators are updated on the recent restructure of government delegation to the Tumaini initiative in Nairobi, Kenya. They are also called upon to participate in advancing the national economy through agriculture.
The 8th Governors Forum is expected to discuss the political and economic issues facing the country, beside the implementation of the revitalized peace agreement, especially the recent extension of transitional period. SSBC, Freedom Hall.
SSPDF spokesperson Major General Lul Roykong has refuted the ongoing rumors on social media alleging that the Chief of Military Intelligence, General Stephen Marcello Babenin, has been suspended. Speaking to SSBC, the Army spokesperson calls on social media users to refrain from misleading and unfounded information, urging public not to panic and continue with their normal activities.
I would like to make a statement on the rumors that have been circulating on social media regarding Lieutenant General Marshal Stephen. On behalf of SSPDF, I would like to announce to our ranks and file and members of the public that the information that has been circulating on social media is untrue. Lieutenant General Marshal Stephen, the Chief of Military Intelligence, is neither suspended nor arrested. On the same note, I would like to also make it very clear that there are no tensions in New Side and around Bill Palm as reported. This negative propaganda is being spread by enemies of the state and those who are against the people of South Sudan to continue having peace of mind and political stability. I take this opportunity once again to reassure the public that there's nothing of that nature. People should not be fleeing. Shops should not be closed. We are not experiencing any insecurity as reported.
Let's go for this short break. We shall be right back. Stay tuned with us. Welcome back from that short break, and now to proceed. Vice President Hussein Abdul Bagia Call has engaged in discussions with the UN Humanitarian Coordinator Anita Kiki, focusing on the achievements and challenges in the education and healthcare sectors in the country. During the meeting, Vice President Akol reassured Anita of the government's commitment to fostering collaborations aimed at improving educational and medical services. Anita expressed her appreciation for the government's cooperation as her term of service in the country comes to an end. Akoli's Executive Secretary Ayak Garang highlighted the outcomes of the meeting, which was attended by the Minister of General Education Awudeng Achil and of Health Yolanda Aweldeng Judge.
It was a great opportunity for me to come personally, and he actually invited the Minister of Health and the Minister of Education, and we had a very good reflective meeting to remember from the time I came here in 2021 until now I'm leaving, and I appreciated so much the partnership, the relationship I was able to form, and his support personally to the work that I have been doing here in South Sudan, particularly to promote the rights of children when it comes to education, when it comes to health, water, sanitation, and even protection of children. So it was a very good meeting, and I continued to let the Vice President know that UNICEF commitment is high. Even I am leaving, but my successor will follow the steps of where I am leaving and continue with that. And he also expressed his thanks, but also expressed his commitment to continue to support the work of UNICEF here to reach all children, particularly the most vulnerable children.
As Mama Hamida bids farewell, UNICEF's work in South Sudan will continue uninterrupted. The new UNICEF representative will build on Ms. Hamida legacy, working closely with the government and partner to implement projects and aim at improving the lives of children in South Sudan. These projects will focus on areas such as education, health, and nutrition. The incoming representative will prioritize in strengthening partnership with the government, donors, and other stakeholders to ensure the UNICEF programs are aligned with the country's development and projects. By working together, UNICEF and its partners aim to create a brighter future for the children.
Turkey and South Sudan are gearing up efforts to bolster the already existing bilateral relations for mutual benefit of the people of the two countries. Martin Irgand, the Turkish ambassador to South Sudan, convened a constructive meeting with the security advisor Tudgal Wak on advancing the relations on various areas, including trade, agriculture, and education. The meeting also touched on the latest political development in the country, mainly on the implementation of the extended roadmap and the commencement of the Kenya-led Tumaini Peace Initiative. Speaking to SSBC, Turkey ambassador reiterated his country's commitment to continue supporting the government and the people of South Sudan.
I have just paid a courtesy visit to the Honorable Presidential Advisor, and I did reiterate that South Sudan will always have the Republic of Turkey as a true friend, and we will support South Sudan to the extent we can. And it was my great pleasure to present a book on my hometown, Istanbul, to the Honorable Advisor, and we have agreed that we will do our best to cooperate.
The Deputy Minister of Foreign Affairs and International Cooperation, Mendes Maya Kumba, met with Egyptian Ambassador Mutaz Mustafa in Juba on Tuesday. The meeting focused on enhancing cooperation between the two nations in various fields. Ambassador Mustafa highlighted the importance of strengthening bilateral relations. In response, Deputy Minister Kumba assured the ambassador of the government's commitment to deepening the already existing historical relationship between the two countries. The ministry's spokesperson Apuk Ayuel Mayen briefed media on what transpired during the meeting.
We discussed a lot of aspects, how to enhance the relation between the two countries in different fields. Our relation between the two countries is very deep and historical relation. His Excellency assured that and confirmed that in a lot of aspects, that our relation will move forward, will be more fruitful, will be enhanced by our work from the Egyptian side and the South Sudanese side.
The two discussed various issues relating to our bilateral cooperation. The Honorable Deputy Minister expressed the commitment of the government of South Sudan to enhancing the already existing historical and sisterly relationship with the government and people of the Republic.
As the police continue to address gaps in crime prevention and criminal investigation, more than 1,600 officers and non-commissioned officers from the Criminal Investigation Department have graduated after completing a 4-month crime prevention, detection and investigation refresher program in Juba on Tuesday. Lakupitia compiled the report narrated by Mathiang Joseph.
It is no longer about marching in military uniforms with guns in hand, but rather donning police attire to signify a commitment to the constitutional mandate of protecting the nation from criminal activities. Over 1,600 commissioned and non-commissioned officers from the Police Criminal Investigation Department have successfully completed a 4-month training program focused on crime prevention, detection and investigation, underscoring the police dedication to strengthening their capabilities in combating criminal activities, including rampant armed robberies and nighttime burglaries that have instilled fear among city residents. With this newly trained force, there is a renewed hope for improved security across the country. Addressing the officers at Bullock Football Playground, the Deputy Minister of Interior, Mangar Bong, urges them to cooperate with civilians while executing their duties, encouraging the officers to put into practice the knowledge and skills acquired during their training.
Dear brothers and graduates, today you own the country, and police under the Minister of the Interior and other forces, they are base of security in this country. CID, you will start to be trained. And the benefit in training, number one, is a physical building. Number two, you will have a knowledge about your work. Some days ago, we analyzed somebody will go and clear himself from CID in order to get the benefit of people to appear. Today will not happen again.
The Inspector General of Police, General Atemarol Biar, instructed the forces to uphold professionalism by adhering to the country's guiding principles and laws.
After this graduation, I hope that you will go back tomorrow and you transform the way you were actually working before. Because now there's a difference between you now and you before you come to this training.
The police chief expresses his gratitude to the Ethiopian Federal Police and the Rwanda Police for their support in training and crime prevention efforts. The event was attended by the Commissioner General of the Ethiopian Federal Police, the Director of Correctional Facilities, the Director of Civil Defense Services, and a representative of the UN Pole Commissioner. Reporting for SSBC News, Mathiang Joseph, Bullock.
Thank you, Mathiang Joseph, for that report. Let's go for this news break. We shall be right back. Stay tuned with us. back from that short break. For those that have just joined us, this is SSBC Live at 8 with me, Bakita Kundigabiem. Let's proceed. In a proactive move to address challenges in the country's intensive care units, the government has convened a meeting to provide equipment to 40 medical officers from Juba Teaching Hospital with essential skills to improve medical care capabilities and save the lives of critically ill patients. This weekly training was facilitated by the Israeli Makeshift Medical Team. Abraham Felix reports.
Against the backdrop of the country's struggling medical care infrastructure, particularly in intensive care units, the government has taken a crucial step by collaborating with the Israeli Makeshift Medical Team by selecting 40 medical professionals to undergo a week-long program aimed at enhancing their critical skills in managing severely ill patients and reducing preventable death at Juba Teaching Hospital Intensive Care Unit. As part of this initiative, the Undersecretary in the Ministry of Health, Dr. Harriet Pasqualt, and Ambassador Wollmeyer from the Ministry of Foreign Affairs visited Juba Teaching Hospital on Monday to assess its intensive care unit, identify achievements, and address ongoing challenges. Dr. Harriet Pasquale commended the program for its potential to significantly improve South Sudan health care sector.
This is a very, very important and critical support to us as a country, because having an ICU, extension of the ICU we have at Juba Teaching Hospital, it's very, very important. We know that over the past years, we never used to have any ICU. But through support from the women groups, we are able to have one ICU. And now, with this current support from the people of Israel through the Marshav, we are able to have another ICU at Juba Teaching Hospital. So this is a 6-bed ICU.
Dr. Anthony Lupai, Director General of Juba Teaching Hospital, expressed gratitude for the training, highlighting its impact on enhancing the hospital ability to provide critical care to patients.
We want to prove or want to show to the people that a little move has been done also in Juba Teaching Hospital. So if you are looking for where to have a proper care of your patient who needs an ICU, we have a place now being here. It's not that big, but it's going to save lives. This is a 6-bed room, which is going to take care of 6 patients at a time.
Dr. Barat Yousaf from the Israel Makeshift team underscored the importance of cooperation and the friendship between Israel and South Sudan in fostering better health care outcomes.
Friendship is the most important thing, not the magnitude of projects and so on. Because there are also around projects, there are so many interests and so on. For us, it's the friendships. And whenever we can do something, whenever there is a chance on the table, we are eager to go in. We are with you. And I should like just to quote somebody who is smarter than myself, a lot smarter than myself, more intelligent. It was the neurologist, Charcot, the French one.
One of the trainees, Roa James, thanked the hospital administration for their support in facilitating the program.
We do really appreciate the administration of the Juba Teaching Hospital for the well cooperative with the Makeshift teams, and the big thank to the Minister of Health, because this one is done through their supervision. If without them, the training cannot be done.
This partnership between Israel and South Sudan represents a significant step forward in strengthening health care, infrastructure, and patient outcomes in the region. Abraham Felix, SSBC, Juba.
Government has convened training to empower women leaders on accessing key legal frameworks. These legal frameworks include amended bills, policies, and indicators for identifying the roles of various stakeholders and women in the election process. The program, organized by the National Transformational Leadership Institute under the theme Amplifying Voices for Impact in the Upcoming Elections, aims to sensitize women leaders on election process. The Undersecretary in the Ministry of the Public Service and Human Resource Development, Philistila Bayer Lowiri, encourages women leaders to adopt coalition mechanisms to build sound and constructive advocacy and political engagement for inclusive governance for a prosperous South Sudan.
Our leadership skills so that we can be able
to contribute in the developmental challenges of this country. We train also in economic empowerment, because without economic empowerment, there is no life. We also train in peace building, conflict resolution, and conflict management. As you know, this country has just emerged from conflict. And we also do tailor-made trainings. Tailor-made trainings, that is trainings of this kind that meets the needs of different categories of people. Like what we have done now is to train you women leaders. And this training is strategically designed to meet your needs, as you have heard in the objectives. Your women leaders, you must be abreast with what is going on around you. You have heard of tonight.
JICA Alumni Association of South Sudan launched Waste Management Awareness Campaign at Church of Christ Primary School in Japo area of Loripayam. The campaign aims to ensure healthy environment for the learners and the neighborhood. Speaking during the launch, JICA Senior Representative in South Sudan, Suzuki Tomohiro, says clean and healthy environment is essential for development of quality learners. The chairperson of JICA Alumni Association of South Sudan, Peter Lasso, who is also a member of the school, outlines lack of clean drinking water and sanitation facilities for the pupils is a major challenge. John Warrant Michael, the National Staff Force Juba Clean City project funded by JICA, appeals to the residents of Juba City to pay garbage collection fee as part of maintaining waste management in the city. JICA officials also donated school materials and dustbins to the administration of Gudele Church of Christ Primary School. Juba City authorities inspected Juba Mall to assess progress of work on the facility. Construction work on the mall commenced on 15th November 2023 is expected to be ready in 2025. Mary Atong has more on the following story.
The administration of Juba City Council is closely monitoring progress in developing modern market centers in the city. A team headed by the Deputy Mayor for Infrastructure and Environment, Juma Moses Michael, from Juba City Council, visit Juba Mall to assess progress of work. In a statement to SSBC at the site in Juba Town on Tuesday, Juma Moses Michael, team leader, stated the mission.
Today, we have come as an institution, Juba City Council, who have come to visit the work progress here on the ground. We have come as a team, me as the Deputy Mayor and the Block Director for Juba Block and the team of our city engineers, all of us are here. The purpose of our visit is to see the performance, to monitor the performance and to see the compliance of the contractor and also provide leadership for timely completion of this project.
Michael Francis, Director, Juba Block Council, explains the importance of the mall.
We met some challenges presented to us by the construction, particularly the issue of the vendors around the construction site, which is more dangerous to them. We are calling for our vendors at least for them to look another place or see another place somewhere else, because they actually are not given here officially. We are calling this because of their safety. This is a construction site, which is sometimes some issues will arise with vehicles, which is more dangerous to them.
Pozia Lusuba, head of engineering department in the city council, appreciates Infinity Construction Company for the quality in their work.
As we hear, we visit, the work is going well, basing to the agreement we made together with the contractor of the project of Juba Mall. Now the construction underground in the excavation base level is well based to the agreement we made together with the engineering of the construction.
Amos Infinity Development Structures Engineer and Project Manager highlights benefits of the completed projects.
We are also collaborating with the local engineers, giving them opportunities, giving them employment, both the engineers and also in aspect of the skilled personnel in craft and masonry, carpentry, and also the general work. So we want to ensure that we as the contractor, even as we continue to deliver the project, that will also benefit the community now and also in the future when we hand over the project to the community.
This mall is just funded by African Development Bank and supervised by Juba City Council. As you can see behind me, these young youths are really working very hard, which have created job opportunities to more than 100 and 200 South Sudanese youths. And this is a very good thing for the progress of South Sudan. Reporting for SSBC, Mary Atong Mongwen.
Thank you, Mary Atong, for that report. And that finally brings us to the end of this news hour, dear viewers of SSBC. Don't forget to follow our YouTube page, that is SSBC Live at 8. I'm Bakita Kundigabim. Baba for now. Stay tuned for more coming up.